We know that change happens with or without our consent, and while we may meet it with resistance, embracing it will allow for growth, transformation. We will be asked to talk to our inner child to understand the limitations that we created because of our need for love, for acceptance. And today is a day to form new truths to adhere to for a successful path forward. So sit back, relax, and join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We will gain the understanding of how to embrace this energy, own this energy, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. And welcome to your daily focus for May the 6th, 2024. So we'll start with the numerology. Today we have the energy of the 6. That is our habits, our behaviors, our routines, our work life. It is looking at what habits support us, which habits work against us, which behaviors have a value, which ones do not, and setting up some practical intentions to move forward with new behaviors, new habits. Looking at our routine, maybe it needs to change in some way. Looking at our work life, are we happy? Are we content? If we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 5 plus a 6 plus an 8. That gives us the 19 energy. Under the 19 energy, it is, our energy is raised. We see the new path before us. Our light is shining brightly. 1 plus 9 is a 10. The 10 energy brings in luck. New seasons coming in. Time to write new chapters in your life. 1 plus 0 is a 1. That is the independent person. That is the trailblazer. That is the pioneer. That is the individual going forward in their strength and their empowerment. Now the sun is in Taurus and our moon is in Aries until almost 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So then it'll move into Taurus in preparation for our new moon. The sun will semi-square Pluto, and that might bring in a tension, a challenge. There could be power struggles, frustrations. And probably where we feel a limitation is where we can expect to find this energy. We recognize the need for transformation, but the steps forward might seem very daunting. Okay, we may try to implement change only to have others push back on us. So persistence may be your superpower today as we're called to face the limitations and the barriers that stand in the way of our growth. So be determined when wading through challenges and setbacks. We may need to adjust our expectations, maybe adapt new strategies in order to be successful. Now we also have Mercury meeting Chiron in the sky, so they are conjunct. So we have an empathy. Our words carry an emotional healing. We can foster very deep connections under this time. It's definitely a time to be honest, compassionate, and compassionate or communication with some hint of empathy. That can lead to significant breakthroughs in our relationships. Allow yourself time to go within. Okay, perhaps you recognize a reoccurring pattern in your life, in your behaviors, in your habits, that stands in the way of happiness, joy, confidence, strength. Understand where that blockage had started. It's likely our fears, our anxieties were developed under this energy, under our early learning years. So up till the age of 5, I think it is, we do not question an adult when they tell us to do something and the reason behind it. So we may be sitting there eating our French fries with our fingers, and our aunt leans over and says, "Oh, you should never eat with your hands, honey. That's dirty. You got to use a fork. You got to use a utensil." People won't think kindly of you if you do that. And you want to be loved. You want to be included. You want to be seen. You want to be respected. And so what do? We pick up the fork and we start eating our fries with the fork. And then we don't ever think about it again. We just continue through our lives eating the fries with the fork because we were told if we eat with the fork rather than our fingers, more people will like us, more people will accept us, more people will love us. Now, look at that when people have said to you, what makes you think you're so special? What makes you think that you should have that kind of prosperity or abundance or happiness or joy? What makes you think that you would ever have a successful relationship? What makes you think you'll be a good parent? Why would you go after a job like that? Only idiots would do something like that. You'll never make money doing that. You've got to follow the strategy. Listen, I know a guy, he can get you into the factory right now. They pay good, and 40, 50 years later, when you're all broken down, they give you a great retirement package too. So, start looking within and seeing where you got the advice that has led you to this moment, where you have actually put up your own limitations, your own glass ceiling in place in order to have the acceptance. Okay, from the time we are up until we're 8-9 years old, we still take most things that the adults say without questioning. It's only when we start to get into our teen years or double digits that we start really questioning why they're telling us that. We start to grow into the independent person we are becoming. And even then I can tell you situations that happened 20 years ago in my life that had profound change in the way I addressed the world, until I backed up and I thought, why did they say that to me? And once you realize it really was just their opinion, and it was a mirror, a reflection of themselves in our situation, it makes more sense. So we took a whole bunch of just things people said to us, we carved it in stone, and we've been living our life in that way. This is very strong energy to heal from that. Okay? Or maybe take part in helping someone else heal. Okay? Create a supportive environment, one of harmony, promoting open communication. Okay, let's turn to the cards. Now, the weeklies are out, which is why I'm late here, because I thought they'd be much faster, but they were intense, very intense. So you definitely want to go and listen to your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign. And when you blend all three of those together, you really get what is, very close to a personal reading. So, and it's free, so. Okay, let's go to the cards. Our underlying energy for today is the Three of Pentacles. It's about rolling up our sleeves and getting to work. It's becoming determined. It is having a patience with ourselves as we create our tomorrow. So imagine that just a big slab cement wall, and we are painting a path forward. There is no path, so we're making one for ourselves. Now, as every artist will tell you, you start with the backdrop first. You might draw like an outline of the image that you want, but you're going to do that back, the sky and the grass or whatever it might be, the wallpaper, whatever it might be. You're putting most of the detail there before you do the main parts. And as you work through the creation of your masterpiece, then you put in the little flowers up front and the little bird flying and all the little extras. So what we're truly doing here is we are creating our tomorrow, but we haven't painted the path forward yet. We haven't got a lot of our building blocks into place yet. So we are creating this. Now, know that when we do any kind of job under this kind of energy, we also want to give it our best. We want to put our best foot forward, because chances are there is somebody watching us, taking notes, seeing what we are capable of, seeing what we bring to the table. We have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a very spiritual card. The veil thins. Absolutely. This is a card of completions and endings. We are in the final days of our full moon energy. So it's about taking stock of what we have done and now elevating our path, taking that elevated step forward, that bump up, so to speak. Maybe we're going for a raise, a promotion. Maybe we're taking our relationships to the next level and beyond. Maybe we are finally understanding that limitation and putting our energy towards breaking through that limitation so that we will find the success on the other side. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, you know, we kind of are in limbo as we clear this full moon energy and walk into the new moon energy. We could be feeling very tired. We could feel like we just don't have that get up and go. That's quite natural whenever we come across new moons and full moons, that our energy is zapped 2 days prior, 2 days after, and the day of. So be easy on yourself if that is the situation. And don't berate yourself for taking a day off of getting everything done. It'll all be there for you tomorrow. This is a time when we reflect on our path that we have walked so far, acknowledging our accomplishments and our growth, our transformation. And now we stop for a moment before we go forward into that new moon energy, and we pause, we drop to our knees, and we pray. We ask for guidance, we ask for a straight path, we ask for clues and knowledge and wisdom and clarity to come in, for love and understanding to be present, for a straight path to be created for us to walk forward. And we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, she's full of enthusiasm. She asks a lot of questions and she forms a plan. But she doesn't form a plan like chiseling it into stone or anything. She gets a couple of bullet points of how to move forward. She gets that big picture, very much like I was talking about with the artist. She has the big picture, and now she's going to try and, you know, paint some flowers and stuff. She's going to get the ball rolling. She's going to step into the experience. She's going to take the first couple of steps, knowing very well that the first couple of steps might actually get her right in front of that limitation, that blockage, and she's fine with that, because she is going to diversify, she is going to expand, she is going to throw things against the wall and see what sticks, and what doesn't stick will go into the trash, and hone her focus in a more direct and positive way. She is one for taking risks, so we have to be a little careful with her because she is not protected from great risk. Great risk can actually set her back. But her enthusiasm alone gets other people enthused, and they might not even know what all the commotion's about, but they want to be a part of it because they feel that energy, that positive, strong energy that is essentially vibrating from you as you create new goals, new intentions, new strategies, new plans for your future goals, for your future dreams, for your future steps. We will get an oracle card here. And we have today with us, keep your dreams alive. The 25 energy appears. And keep your dreams alive. Let's see where it comes out really nice and clear for you. It is like a face floating in the sky there. No, it doesn't work at all there. This deck doesn't work good with this lighting. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what the card looks like, believe it or not. Okay, keep your dreams alive. Don't let anybody diss them. Don't let anybody tear them down. Don't let anybody poke holes into them. You know your dream better than anybody else, and you know that you can do it because it's in your mind. So start to identify plans and actions that will lead you to achieve your dreams and goals. Your dreams can become your reality. This is a time when you need to be able to apply detailed planning in order to manifest your dreams and realize your goals. You need to remain focused on the practical side of things. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. It's easy to be distracted by more ideas and concepts. And don't worry so much about that, because our Taurus sun and eventually our Taurus moon will kind of give us that grounded, practical energy. So we will naturally assume that approach. Your common sense and pragmatic approach will lead to a solution that actually works. Begin taking steps that will bring you closer to your dreams. So it's all about beginning those first steps to take you closer to your dreams. We'll get an animal card here. And we have the King of Air. Intelligent, impartial, respected, unemotional. So at this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly. And, it's Mercury and Chiron together. So Mercury is our voice. So clear communication is very possible right now in our lives. So have those positive dialogues with another. It was nice and clear there. Be objective and unemotional. Act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can. So just don't share your worries, your concerns, your anxieties, your fear with just anybody. A trusted friend, somebody with a degree perhaps, somebody who is trained in counseling or advising you properly on how to go forward. Somebody perhaps without any kind of bias. They don't know you, they don't know the situation, and they give you the most practical approach for any situation, any circumstance, any groups of people. So not favoring you in any way, but really giving you the ABCs on how to do it correctly. The humpback whale, I love how he has this crown on there. Communicating clearly, act as professional as possible. I think that's just a kind of a gimme because we do have that Taurus energy. The Taurus energy pulls us back, more grounded. And Mercury and Chiron, I think our voice is a lot stronger. We can even negotiate things under this kind of energy. But it's more important to allow healing, okay? Going within, having that conversation seemingly with ourselves, tapping into our inner child, understanding where our fear and our anxiety started in life, okay? It could have been where somebody told you that, you should be seen and not heard. And so therefore you can't do that public speaking thing as much as you try. Understand that those words were only an opinion and not a truth, okay? So it's time to form your own truths to celebrate who you truly are in every step you take. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.